So, welcome to another episode of Unbound Being. And today I had something special in the sense that I really love words, you know. I have a lot of things with words. Words are, the original words usually have a very depth and a very real sense of what they really meant to say. And today I have something that has a lot to do with self-development, and I printed this thing out. Somebody posted it on Facebook, and I try to keep away from some of this stuff because it gets you down sometimes, but the definition of demon, you know, so the question today is, are you a demon or are you a man? Now that doesn't matter whether you're a man or a woman. If you were a demon or man, when I mean man is man, woman both, right? It's basically the human being. So are you a demon or are you just a man? Now the reason I say this is because when we're talking about the things that we are talking about, which is self-development and positive thinking and the law of attraction and as a man thinketh, which means as you sow, so shall you reap. The seeds that you plant will grow the plants that the seeds are from, right? You grow a beautiful, rich fruit, then you will harvest a beautiful, juicy, rich fruit. But if you will sow the seeds of doubt and fear and anger and all the negativity, then that's what you will reap. Now, this one here says, the definition, original definition, of course, not Wikipedia, not the stuff we're taught in school, right? They don't want us to know this kind of stuff. But basically, a demon comes from the word De-Amon, which is an Egyptian word, which is the Egyptian mythology, which means De-Amon, De-Amen, or De-Amon, which means a demon is a monstrous, not a monstrous spooky guy from hell, but no, a demon is in the reference to the degradation of a man. A man's devolution in awareness, his devolution in spirituality, right? His lack of human feelings, his lack of compassion, and his lack of consciousness. In other words, when you are a demon, you are a person who is no longer serving his own evolution, and therefore the evolution of mankind, right? The entire universe for that matter. But you become a person who is serving devolution, which is the downgrading of your consciousness, and therefore the consciousness of the entire universe. Now, in other words, a De-Amon is a man who has been decapitated, a demonized. He's been demonized, demonized. So, he is a dead man, because he or she is in opposition of Amon-Ra, as the Egyptians would say, which is the divinity, the universal law, fertility, growth, expansion, or life itself. Universal growth, expansion, the whole purpose of love and life and truth. Alright? So if you're a demon, you're a person who doesn't serve his true purpose, well, because you're dead, you're decapitated, you're no longer in service of, but in opposition of evolution, which means devolution, right? Devolution, which is going down, right? Now, we can explain why Shakespeare, this quotation says, hell is empty and all devils are here, which means we, the people who are in a devolutionary level of consciousness, who are acknowledging the bad, the negativity, instead of the positivity, instead of the possibilities, instead of the growth and the spirituality that we are, then we are not serving God or in life or evolution, but we are serving the opposite. We are serving devolution. So here it says, devil, in other words, is to de-will, right? Or one who has no will. To have conscious life, so he's now making, instead of consciousness, he's making sin. He's making devolution. He's serving the non-being, the non-expansiveness, but the contraction. Right? So he's making sin because he's wasting a precious gift of being a human and not exploring its full potential for what he was given. In other words, not coming to your full fruition, your life's purpose, the thing that you want to create, the gift that you want to give. Right? If you are not exploring that possibility, you are devoluting, and therefore you are not serving evolution. So, not in hell are there any devils, but here, right this moment, in our own minds, as a man thinketh, so shall it be. As a man shall sow, so shall he reap. As a man shall acknowledge, so shall he get. What you acknowledge, you get. Right? The law of attraction, basically. So, not in hell are all devils, but right here in our own minds, ready for service if we choose to become either a demon or a man. A man who serves, or a de-man whose humanity has been taken away, and he serves the opposite direction, which is downgrading. If we will wish to stop our evolution and reverse it to devolution and degradation, degraduation. In other words, also you have it low vibrations, changeable emotions, root of the chakra, left brain mentality, and insanity. So that's quite incredible, right? So what does this thing say? What are you going to do with your day? What are you going to do with every minute you have in your life? Are you going to serve the things that are degrading, that are devoluting, that are bringing down the value, the love, the joy, the bliss, the goodness of life? Or are you going to serve the other, which is the goodness itself? Because if you serve that which is degradative and destructive and negatively focused, then you will bring things down. And a lot of people actually who mean really well, but they see the world being destroyed, and it's like this thing, I don't know what it's called, but they refer to people that have some kind of weird reaction when they have, for example, afraid of heights. They might jump off the building or something like that, right? Because the thing you don't want attracts you so much that you get obsessed with it and actually assist it. Actually do it, become it, right? So in other words, you look at the world and you see all the oceans and all the things being destroyed, and you think to yourself, I don't want that, but you get so obsessed with looking at it that you become basically possessed by a demon, and you are so obsessed with that not happening that you start contributing to it. So to be a demon doesn't necessarily mean that you're willfully a demon. It might actually be that you allow yourself to be drawn into it because it's so powerful and so negatively destructive and so full of potential of this. You can see the earth being destroyed, the oceans being stripped, of all the fish and things, the nuclear waste poured out everywhere, the garbage dumped everywhere, the stuff in the oceans or in the air and things like that. So you think, wow, this is so impressive, we have to stop this, that you actually start preaching about it being destroyed and basically not contributing to the solutions, but basically only preaching hell, 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 it's breaking out, we're dying, we're destroying everything, look at it, and you become a negative force, a demon. And really the intention was not that. But as a man thinketh, so shall he reap. Right? As a man thinketh, think positive thoughts, so they will become, and you will start creating those things in the world, because we are divine creators. So choose today. Choose every minute, if you wish to call it choosing. But when you look at things and say, shall I serve today, this minute, the thoughts that are negative, or shall I serve the thoughts that are positive? And in doing so, shall I assist and help manifest more positivity and more good things in life? Or shall I actually manifest those things which are destructive? You choose that every minute. You choose that every time that you recognize and have a little pause and see what your thoughts are leading you to do. You're possessed or obsessed by the negativity, and are you allowing those demonic structures to take over your psychic structure? Or would you say, no, I refuse to do that, and I refuse to focus on the negativity, instead I will focus on what is good. Do that every day. Because if you want to be unbound, then you have to be unbound by those things, those negativities. If you want to have an unbound being, the being of life itself, to be flourishing and full of life, then don't allow the negativity to bind you to those things. We would literally outlive the negativity by doing this. Do it today. Do it every minute. Unbound. All right. See you next time.